Moviesucktastic is a podcast about bad movies and the people that love them. But it's more than just a podcast, it's also an online presence. If you want to know more about Moviesucktastic or want to become a part of Moviesucktastic, you can find us on Facebook, you can find us on Twitter at Moviesucktastic, you can find our blog at boothreviews.blogspot.com, or if you want to give your own reviews that we might use on the show, you can go to reviews.moviesucktastic.com and check out our own little lunch.com community for Moviesucktastic. Check us out and become a part of the show, because the only thing more fun than a bad movie is sharing it.
See 10 tons of animal fury leap from the screen.
Hey, look!
See APE. See giant ape defy jaw shark. See giant ape vanquish monster reptile. See ocean liner demolished. See Metropolis fight to survive flaming holocaust. See helpless beauty in embrace of 36-foot monster. See APE in 3D.
You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
Dude, no! Oh!
Ape. Not to be confused with King Kong.
Who?
That trailer. Dear Lord, that trailer. It's like they took the Chinese translation. Ape.
Oh, they did, totally.
Fights jaw shark. Or Korean. Ape
Korean
fights giant reptile. It's like they just took the Korean translation and just read it as is. They didn't do anything special for that.
Thank God they did that.
At
awesome.
all. Good old Ape. Now, this is a film that we were asked to review.
By the way, welcome to Moviesucktastic.
Yes, welcome.
Your hosts, Joey and Scott.
That's right.
I'm one of the two.
You're one of.
And you're the other.
I am the other.
Yes, it's true.
It is true. Oh, balls on a stick.
What'd you do now?
Nothing yet.
Uh-oh.
I'm muting, alright, there we go. For everyone's enjoyment. Ape. I'm showing it on the screen in the back there. There we go.
So, in the opening scene with the potential gay romance scene.
Yeah.
A very effeminate. And I just closed my notes and everything. These two actors are both. This film is one of those films where you go to IMDb, half the cast, this is their only film.
Except for Joanna Kearns, she actually went and made something of herself. Except when she when making this film, she had a different last name, unless it was some weird Korean translation. But it was Joanna Verona or Varona or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she became Joanna Kearns.
Right.
Unless, like I said, unless some weird Korean translation.
Well, no.
But,
Di Verona is like her maiden name, that kind of thing.
Fine. A Di Verona. Fine.
Yeah.
Well, Colonel Davis, who I love in this movie. I love that guy. I love everything about him in this movie. His name is Alex Nichol. He was a veteran actor. Okay? And I looked him up. And
not only actor, but stage musical actor as well.
Yes. Large
and
resume.
Western star.
Yep, large resume of stuff under his belt. And I don't know if he was just maybe in town. They talked him into...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there. But he actually did this as a favor for a friend of his.
Oh, okay. Because looking at...
The director asked him to do it, so he did it as a favor. This was his last film, I believe, before he retired.
Well, there's one more movie after this called Women in the Rain, and I don't know if that's the last one or this one, or I don't know if they put it in order or not. But a film like this should end someone's career.
Well, there's a lot of careers that didn't start. Let's put it that way.
That's right. But Colonel Davis, I love his delivery in this movie too. Everything. When he's pretending to talk on the phone, that's real acting right there. That's trying to turn a turd, into something special and shiny, and it's just it ain't happening. They want what?
After so long, you're just counting the minutes until he appears on screen.
Exactly, and he's got a lot of screen time.
No, of course. My favorite line of his. I just had to look. I posted it earlier. To hell with the press. I'm going to smoke this goddamn cigarette.
You think that was improvised?
No, nothing.
What brand is this? It's Chinese brand. It means good health, or long life. Long life. Ha 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 ha. Cutscene.
But as good as he is, my favorite actors in the film are the seaman and first mate on the boat in the first 5 minutes of the film.
Yeah, that's what's on the screen right now. Oh, and I want to just very quickly get it out of the way. I want to thank Gino Cuddy for sending us a voicemail our way to review this film. So I wanted to get the kudos out of the way.
Yeah, thanks, Gino.
Yeah.
Because after a week and a half to 2 weeks of vacation, having the first nightmarish day back, working overtime, dealing with a bunch of crazy people, and then cramming at the last minute, revisiting this film, just driving me to want to shove a fork in my fucking throat during it. Thank you so much, Gino.
You think that's a real shark in the beginning? It's just a dead one?
It's a dead one. That's why he's thrashing it around by the mouth. And
then it looks like they cut the mouth open at one point. Mm-hmm. And so they could replicate the when he kills the T-Rex in King Kong. They said that the reason why they had a shark in here was to parody or make fun of Jaws, which was released a year earlier. Yeah. Now, this is one of those films where they'll say they were trying to parody stuff. No, there was no mirth or parody or. This was not a tongue-in-cheek film. They were trying to make a film to capitalize on the upcoming Dino De Laurentiis remake of King Kong, the Jeff Bridges and I wish Bridges had been in it. No, the Jeff Bridges one from '76. And Jessica Lange. So they were doing this pure Jessica Lange. Oh no, Sybil Danning. What was Jessica Lange? That was. Was it Jessica Lange or Sybil Danning? I think you're right. I don't know. I wasn't looking at that one. But they did this specifically just like the throw in the theaters to cash in on it. And
De Laurentiis didn't even get the cash in on the '76 remake because that didn't do very well. So this one was even less successful.
Jessica Lange.
Jessica Lange.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Yeah, no, it's correct. And yeah, the movie was made for $23,000. Really small budget. It had a U.S. release, which I was happy that it did because it falls under our guidelines. All of the miniatures in the film were done for $1,200.
And you can see every dollar of that $1,200 on screen.
Yeah.
It's all right there. No hidden. They put every dollar into the cardboard cutouts.
I will say for $1,200 they didn't do a half bad job. I mean that means
they did exactly a half bad job. That's what you get for $1,200, sir.
well I've seen higher budget films with models that don't look that much better.
Now I need to stop you and go back because I think you're stepping over the two breakaway leads in this film, which were the seaman and the first mate on the boat.
They had such a small
Walt
part,
Myers
though.
as the seaman, both of them, only film they've ever been in was this one. Just when the seaman turns around and he's like, just like that calm, slightly effeminate stature. Is he okay down there? So he's quiet. It just doesn't seem right to cage a beast up like that in captivity. I know what you mean. It's like that soft, tender moment. You're waiting for them to kiss. If the ape, that's what it was, right? Ape, yeah.
Ape.
If the ape
Not to
didn't
be
smash
confused with
out
King
of
Kong.
Exactly. If the ape hadn't smashed out of the toy boat, I 5 more minutes, and I guarantee I would have watched an entire film just of them talking on the deck
boat.
while the monster was like tied up underneath. That would have been a film for me. I want to hear more of this conversation: the philosophizing seaman, the emotional, empathetic first mate. It was just, and then the famous last words, "Oh shit." And it was the most casual, relaxed "oh shit" ever. It was as if he just remembered that he forgot to return a DVD before setting out. So I forgot to go to the rental store. Oh shit! Toy boat explodes. Everything after that's the problem. The film peaks in that first 5 minutes. Everything else is like a dull roar, muted in the background of this set piece of these two seamen.
And
just contemplating the nature of taking this, and originally, and the ape, it's an ape, right? Yeah. The ape ends up in Korea because it escapes the ship because they were on their way to Disney World. Now, the ape going crazy and destroying things in Disney World, that's the movie I want to see.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. But yeah, I would love to see that.
Walt Disney, no.
Saving
And we're
Mr.
talking
Who?
19s. Yeah, but we're talking 1970s Disney World that they were taking the ape to, not modern day, not current day, 1970s Disney World, whole different ball game.
Yeah, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Yeah, you could still smell like Walt's rotting corpse in the 70s. So it wasn't. It was still, they weren't done excavating that corpse yet. So that would have been a whole different. I totally believe that if they found a giant ape, they'd end up going to Disney World in the 1970s. No doubts in my mind.
Probably not. The film is also, it's a 3D movie, and
yes.
You know, if you didn't know that, you could tell just by them constantly throwing shit at your TV. I mean, every other thing is just thrown at you.
My favorite, of course, is the flaming arrows that are going about 2-3 feet a minute.
Yeah, and they have those great Asian like. I love those.
Ching.
There's one scene in the film where it just breaks out into a karate film, like your Saturday afternoon, 3:00, karate film.
But then it's a film. But it's a film within a film because they're filming it.
Right.
There's a camera crew there filming the martial artists. But then the martial artist actors, when they see the gorilla, they don't just run away. They grab flaming arrows and attack. So, these are professional martial arts actors.
That's right.
And of course, you also had the female lead of the film. You mentioned Joanna Kearns.
Joanna Kearns.
She's an actress there to film a film. We get to see 2 scenes, both involving potential rape.
And when that scene happens, and the guy's getting real rough, and real rough, and the director calls cut, and he's like, "You got to be more gentle. You want me to be more gentle during a rape scene?" It's like, well, yeah.
And what? And the director's name?
Oh, I don't remember.
Dino, which was a nod to Dino
right.
Laurentiis, who was doing the King Kong remake.
And that makes sense because the director is Paul Leder, who's the co-writer. He's the brother. He's the director. I mean, that's the actual director of the film. He played the director for that scene. His brother Ruben Leder was the co-writer with him. So yeah, no, you're right. That is a nod. If they would probably say it's a nod. He would say it's a slap in the face.
It was weird. It was weird in that scene too, because I could have sworn that when she's there, she's wearing a robe, and he asks, "Why are you wearing your robe?" And she said, "Well, I didn't want to wrinkle my costume." And so that makes me think that the robe wasn't her costume. But then they proceed to film the rape sequence with her still wearing the robe.
Right. She kind of took it off for a split second, where she's just wearing.
She flashed. A little flash.
Bra and panties, and then that was it. And then they start the scene, and he's getting real rough. And she
still has the robe on.
Yeah, she still got the robe on. And that guy, you could tell, it's like, that guy's trouble. That guy's trouble.
You could tell he got into this business for the rape scenes.
That's right.
Don't hold me back now, sir. 7 years acting bit parts, working my way up. I'm at the rape scenes now. Don't tell me to hold back.
You want real? I'll actually rape this woman.
She'll take it and like it. That's why Jeff Goldblum got into the business.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
Just for that whole rape scene in Death Wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else was just icing on the cake.
I kill rich cunts.
I found my new ringtone. I gotta get that.
You rich cunt! I kill rich cunts! I have that soundbite somewhere. I thought I did anyway.
So yeah. Well, it needs to be on my phone. That's right. Next to hell with the press. I'm gonna smoke this goddamn cigarette.
That's right. It goes from the rape scene to who is it? There's
no real
plot.
Float film. Yeah, I mean, Monkey escapes. Monkey runs around doing part comical, part adventurous / dangerous things. Just like King Kong gets a fascination on the girl, chases her all over the town. Military kills the ape at the end. Spoiler alert. And that's pretty much it. And 50% of the film is intercut, just scenes of Korean people running from one location to the next.
Right.
And that puppet show. Oh my God! How long do we need to focus on the puppet show?
Well, you're just not a fan.
It's probably was meant to be some kind of tension builder.
Right.
But all it is here's the ape smashing up buildings on the same street. Here's the puppet show. Ha 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 ha. Here's the ape for destroying more buildings. Here's the puppet show. Ha ha. And there's no real tension building anywhere in there. It's just back and forth, back and forth. You almost get the feeling that someone just mixed up the film. Like They got the reels crossed, and then we're just got a weird montage of puppet show and ape destruction.
Ape destruction. Yeah, and you know who else I like too? I like the captain, Captain Kim. Who? No, I like him, and I'll tell you why I like him. Because
he's too Korean.
His delivery on lines is great because he gets talked into everything. It's like, you shouldn't go there, it's dangerous. Yeah, but I can get it done if you give me a Jeep. Okay, we'll do it.
Okay.
Like, wait a minute, what are you doing? You just told him it was dangerous. And then when he's talking to the reporter, he goes, oh, you remember me? Oh, yeah, I remember you. It's like, oh, when was the last time you were here? Oh, I was here 3 years ago. Oh, maybe now, next time I come, you'll be a chief. Ah, maybe if I don't catch this. It's like, what the fuck are we listening to right now?
If I don't catch the ape, I'll be sweeping streets. If I don't get the story, I'll be selling newspapers. It's called it's not the butterfly effect. It's the ape effect. It's like the opposite of that. It's where the ape can change everybody's career paths just by being elusive.
I love it when the reporter tries to go save his girlfriend, and he just convinces him, if you create distract the monkey, I can go get her. No, it's too dangerous. No, I can do this. Okay, let's do it. It's like, what?
Okay.
He's a Korean Tommy Wiseau. Okay.
Oh, hi, giant monkey.
Oh, you destroy my village?
I mean, there's not a lot to say about the film as far as it's just a blatant attempt to cash in on a major film coming out soon. It's got all your exploitation things. You got the woman. What was the line? Where is it? She tells the ape, "Be gentle."
Oh yeah,
be gentle.
Just sexual. Just
and then
be gentle.
And I think I've seen this clip before in a montage somewhere about bad movies. The ape gives after it knocks a helicopter out of the sky,
right?
It gives the finger to the destroyed helicopter.
Yep.
And not just a finger; it does like the whole arm thing.
Yeah. Yeah. On the wiki page, one of the reviewers says, and to sum it up, the giant ape gives the helicopter the finger as if it was doing it to the audience as well.
It was. Yeah. Now, here's the thing I didn't find on IMDb, and I couldn't find it anywhere else. They don't name the person that plays the ape, if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
I don't remember seeing anywhere where it says the person in that monkey costume. And I'm telling you, I need to know who was playing the ape, because some of the things he did, I need to ask questions. I need to ask, when you're flailing your arms, did the director just tell you to make the same arm movement 15 times?
Yeah, right.
And my favorite part is when he first breaks out of the water, he stands up and he kind of moves his arms a bit, and you can see all the water pouring out of the suit. And then he kind of squats down again.
Yeah, what, to get more water out or something?
I don't know, but it's noticeably okay. He's squatting again, and I don't think he's supposed to. Was the suit too heavy? Did he lose his footing? I need to know this. It's just the unsung hero of this film is the guy in the monkey suit.
And in that opening scene where he's wrestling the shark, you could see his shirt right through the costume. There's like holes in it. He's wearing a white shirt underneath that costume.
I like it when he grabs the snake out of the tree and throws it, and it hits the cameraman. It's like wham! It's like camera jumps. And the next shot is like the camera's like on the ground and the snake's moving, almost as if like they just dropped the camera and happened to get the shot of the snake moving away.
Yeah, right. Oh, jeez, this film was.
So what you doing? You hit the camera. I got a feeling the ape and the camera guy, we're not getting along.
Probably not. You get in this fucking suit. And speaking of that, because I looked at the wiki page and whatnot, it said that the gorilla changes shape, or the height is changed, because it seems like different people are in this suit.
No, what happened? I don't think it's that. What happens with all these films is whenever they try to do a giant monster, you see the same thing in the Godzilla versus King Kong that they made. Whenever you do this kind of like giant monster and you build cities and you have all these interactions, they never get the perspective, the scale correct in every scene. So in some scenes he's tearing down buildings and ripping out power lines. Then the next scene he's standing in the street in front of a bus, and all of a sudden he's like his feet are half the size they should be. So it's just a matter of. I think it's just a matter of. Then again, with that budget, it could have been whoever's got shit detail today gets in the monkey outfit.
Yeah, who's available?
Who's not on screen? Tom, Rod, you're in the suit today. But I'm the lead. Get in the goddamn suit, Rod.
You're working for nothing.
I'm the romantic lead. Right, Rod, we saw you on the soaps. Get in the goddamn suit. and his name, the male lead's name of the film, Tom Rose.
Yeah. And his real name is
I don't know.
Rad Arantz. Or
Rod Arantz.
Arantz.
Arantz?
I don't know.
Arantz?
Arantz
sounds better. Arantz sounds like it makes more sense.
Yeah, that guy's still alive too.
The female lead's name should have been Rose, not the lead actor, Tom Rose. I'm Tom Rose, and I'm going to beat around the bush about proposing to you because I'm afraid. Damn it, I'm afraid. And I'm sporting the baddiest assest. That's an actual word. Denim leisure suit you've ever seen in your life. I'm not sure if it's denim, but it looked denim. It was the color of denim.
I love it when
it was the color of cool.
When he actually the color of cool. I love it when he actually does rescue her, and Captain Kim says, "Take her to my house. She'll be safe there. Go to Seoul." So he takes her there, and then he leaves. She's like, "Where are you going?"
Well, she's safe there.
Well, he leaves. He says, "Where are you going?" He goes, "Well, I'm a reporter, and this is one hell of a story." And then, of course, the giant ape is just trying to find her. So, by putting her in Seoul, they single-handedly destroy that town.
All right, now don't make
what?
Don't make me argue logic in the film. How is the reporter supposed to know that the monkey is going to track her down to Seoul?
Well, apparently he's got some sort of mystical power because they're driving to Seoul, and apparently he knows that the order is to now kill the ape, whereas before it was try and capture. So he's got the skinny somehow.
Yeah, well, he also has an innate knowledge of crude hand gestures, so it's a very intelligent ape.
Yeah.
When you get a brain that big, it absorbs knowledge from surrounding people.
So from rescuing her to driving her to Seoul, somehow he got the intel. Yeah, we're killing this thing now. He just threw the snake at the camera.
I love that.
Colonel Davis. They want to do what? They want it alive.
What are you looking at me for? Is my fly undone?
Well, get on the horn. Okay.
No, he's definitely the hidden gem in the film.
Oh, absolutely. Rod Arantz. Last thing he ever did was in 2006, called the Darwin Awards, where his pilot. That's how he was casted. Pilot.
He probably flew something.
And ironically enough, in 1998, he did an episode of Dharma and Greg. Pilot. For that as well.
He was also in a film. Linda Lovelace runs for president.
Oh dear God!
Which I never heard of, and it interests me. I need to find this film now.
God, you think
now the whole Lovelace movie just came out, and the whole debate about whether it was like forcible rape or not, and she's been one of the leading icons that you hold up when you have your anti-pornography stance. It was her and her. Alleged victimization during the whole process, which could have happened. So that's interesting. I want to see that. Alex Nichol, though, Colonel Davis, he was also in the Road to Laramie. The man from Laramie.
That's
and
right.
He beats the fuck out of Jimmy Stewart in that film.
Oh, does he really?
Oh, he beats the hell out of him, shoots his hand, drags him through a fire. It's just, you're looking at a man who beat up Jimmy Stewart during his tough phase, during his Western phase. Before that middle part before and after.
You just shot me in the hand. Why'd you go and do that?
Yeah, we're talking the tough Western Jimmy Stewart. He knocked his ass around. No giant rabbit there.
Rabbit.
Harvey, Jimmy Stewart. Harvey.
Yes.
Invisible Rabbit, I should have said. That would have been more of a clue. And apparently, the whole world agrees about this film, and probably I don't think it's unjustified. IMDb has it at 2 stars.
2? Think that's a little high?
A little high? Wow, I don't know. I would give it 1 star for the gay seaman, and 1 star for Colonel Davis. I would even give it 1 more star just for the monkey giving the bird, but that may be stretching it. Well, I mean, this is a film where...
Well, you know what? It's one of those... It can play as one of those, it's so bad it's good. You can have a lot of fun watching this with people.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like rating it, as far as whether it's a good film or not...
Oh, no, yeah.
I know... No. What I usually make the argument with some films that just because it's low budget doesn't mean it's bad, because they're doing what they can with what they have. But this is a film where it's obvious that they had no intention to do anything else except try to squeeze some money out of the King Kong remake release coming out. And so it's purely exploitational. It's purely just get something on screen so we can try to make a buck. And it shows from everything from the lame dialogue, the most excruciatingly boring romantic dialogue between our 2 leads there.
Yeah.
It shows everywhere in the film that they were just quickly as possible get it out there. So I don't think they score any points for trying to do something with a low budget, because all they were trying to do was spend the money and make some more. So I'm not playing nice on this. I would say 2 stars is accurate.
Okay.
Maybe even 1, but for 1, it would have to be a lot worse sound and film quality.
Yeah, I think so. You have any favorite lines from the film, other than the screw the press?
That was my favorite. After that one, nothing else held up to it. It was, yeah, that was it.
I did like Colonel Davis's last line in the movie, though.
Which one was that?
That was the one where he said, "I'd like to see that monkey get his mandolin now."
How did I miss that? How did I miss that?
It's at the very end. It's the line right before, right before Joanna Kearns and Tom Rose. She says, "Why? Why did this happen?" He's just too big for our little planet, or little world, small world.
I saw that part.
It was right before that. He's wearing like this big jacket. He's like, "I'd like to see that monkey get his mandolin now." or gorilla, or ape. I forget how he worded it, but he's like, "I'd like to see that monkey get his mandolin now."
What does that mean?
Maybe it's not
mandolin.
Maybe it's not a mandolin then. You know, like when the guy, like old fair type guys, where they'd have like a little monkey and it'd play like a little accordion type thing. I think that's what he meant.
But is that what he said?
No, that's what well, it was mandolin. I think it was mandolin. Here.
Oh, here we go. No, they got it on IMDb. So let's see him dance for his organ grinder now.
Organ grinder?
That's what it says here.
Okay.
You want to get to that part and just play it and
yeah.
Hear it firsthand?
You're not going to be able to hear it though.
No.
Yeah, let's see. Where is it?
It's over.
Alright, is this it? They're just pouring fruit punch out of his mouth.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Let's see.
Let's see him dance for his organ grinder now.
As he's smoking a cigarette. Let's see him dance for his organ grinder now.
Where'd you get mandolin?
I don't know. Monkeys have been known to play mandolins.
Have they now?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Let's do a search for monkey mandolin. Here it is.
Oh, boy. Boy.
He's just too big for a small world like ours.
Oh. He was just too big for a small world like ours. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway,
glad we got that out of the way.
Rating that 2 stars?
2 stars. Let's do that.
Done. And I got a feeling, the majority of the votes, 62% of the votes for this movie, 1 star.
1 star, eh? Any 10s?
1 star. 13%.
Just people being
13%.
silly?
Yeah. Highest demographic for this film, highest rated demographic, females aged 30 to 44. I don't know what to make of that. Maybe women that grew up watching it on TV, I don't know, and enjoyed the rape scene. I don't have an explanation.
Big fans of Joanna Kearns, Family Ties.
Mm-hmm. Take it.
You want it. You know you do.
I'm watching it in the living room, and I'm watching it, and I just yell out, "Take it off! Take it off!"
Yeah.
I hear in the other room, "What?"
Oh, not Family Ties. Growing Pains. What the hell am I talking about? Yes. She's still a mom.
I forget sometimes that there are other people in the house, and I say things at the television. Take it off! Take it off! What are you doing? I'm just encouraging the rape of this actress. Please leave me alone. I'm busy. What? Women are things.
Women are things. Wow.
It's from the Family Guy.
I know.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Yes. So, all right, that's our formal review of Ape, not to be confused with King Kong. There was actually a lawsuit between RKO and the company that was making this because they were calling it like King Kong Returns or like Super
For some
King
reason,
Kong.
they thought that wasn't copyrighted. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did a $1.5 million lawsuit, which just seems so minuscule as compared to what the kind of lawsuit that would happen now. But anyway, so that's why in all the movie posters and the trailer, it says not to be confused with King Kong. It actually says that on the screen. But then, according to the wiki, they did it anyway. The film was being sold as like Super King Kong and King Kong Returns anyway.
On foreign countries, where they're not going to track them down. Yeah. And if they were smart, they should have like used that to their advantage. Like all their advertising could have been King Kong was a pussy compared to this ape. Universal's scared of our monkey. Why? Because he'd beat King Kong's ass. This isn't King Kong. This is if they had to actually say in their advertising that this is not King Kong, they should have said this isn't King Kong. It's better than King Kong. It's Ape. That's like that's an invitation right there to bring up the name.
In 3D.
In 3D.
Fantastic.
If I may.
Yes, you may.
I want to briefly touch on another film that I've seen recently.
Oh shit.
What? You know what I'm going to say.
I know because I'm going to have to defend it.
You're going to defend it, really?
I'm too exhausted for this. I really am.
Have you've seen the film all the way through?
I saw it in the theater. In 3D.
All right, and you didn't walk out at all?
No, I did not.
All right. I'm going to give you...
I enjoyed it, actually.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to give you a few reasons why.
This is the rare time Scott and I are just divided on something.
And it's always mind-blowing because it's always on the most bizarre thing. It's like, Why would you possibly pick this film to dig your heels in on? Like this and The Fifth Element. I don't get it. I don't get how that's the film that you're going to stand your ground and say, no, it's definitely, it's an awesome film. We're talking about the film Gravity.
Yes.
Which got
Alfonso
a lot of press.
Cuarón, director. Made a ton of money at the box office. Rave reviews up and down, except for Scott. Probably a Best Picture nomination coming.
Oh, better fucking not be.
Oh, just expect it. Expect it. There's 10 potential nominations. You're telling me Gravity, one of the most financially successful and well-reviewed films, is not going to get a nomination?
Yeah, why the fuck was this film well-reviewed? Can someone please tell me this?
Well, tell us why it shouldn't have been.
Give me one. Tell me what you liked about it first. I want to know what I'm tearing down here.
What I liked about it? It kept my... Well, to be completely honest, I was entertained. And when it really all comes down to it, that's what I want from my films. I want to be entertained. And visually, it was beautiful.
Okay, so great CGI.
It did have that, yes.
Great CGI. Okay, I'll give you that. Because I can name a bunch of films that had great CGI, like Avatar and Prometheus.
Well, yeah.
And I could keep naming them.
You can, but don't.
I will not allow that to stand as why the film was a good movie.
No, and I'm not saying that's why it was good. Please, you have to enlighten me.
All right, I'm trying to find, first of all,
because if you're gonna take the whole God angle and shit on it,
that's part of it.
Because you know what, it's unfair.
No, it's not. And
it is unfair. It is unfair.
No, hang on a sec. I saw that coming. It's not because it has a religious element in it. You know, one of my favorite films is The Ninth Configuration, and that is a deeply religious film.
Yes, it is.
And it's all about faith, and I
the
love
all-knowing, all-powerful foot.
Right. So that is not a litmus test for me. If it's like it's about faith in God, I don't automatically turn my nose up at that. Okay. I'm not an angry atheist.
Okay.
The opening at the beginning, when they have the opening titles.
Right.
The first one at 600 kilometers above planet Earth, the temperature fluctuates between 258 degrees and negative 148 degrees Fahrenheit. Some straight scientific facts, right?
Okay. I didn't check it, but sure.
I've got it right here in front of me.
All right.
Next, there is nothing to carry sound. All right, we're getting a little basic now. There's no sound in space. All right. No air pressure. Oh, there's no air pressure in space? Next one. No oxygen. Get the fuck out. That must be why they keep wearing helmets up there.
This is what you're nitpicking? Really?
Well, this is one of my reasons. Life in space is impossible. What you're doing now is you're setting the tone for the average intelligence of the audience this film is geared towards. All right? They're actually going out of the way to remind you, oh, by the way, in case you didn't know it, space, pretty empty. Not much going on up there. All right? This is a bad sign. This is the first thing that really bothered me. Now, I will give you great visuals, obviously. We've got to a point now where they can
let's not even talk about it. We know they're great. If anyone has seen a trailer, they know it's great.
Okay, but I'm getting to something, so I'm bringing that up.
Fine.
I'm giving you that as a great visuals. I was enjoying the film for a little bit. It's like, wow, this is kind of cool. It's great stuff, and everything's whipping around, and things bloating, and there's a hole in the guy's head, and wow, this is fucking cool. Now, they really set it up at the beginning, the whole idea that there's no sound in space. They even say there's no oxygen, there's no pressure, there's no life in space. And they, at the beginning, when they're first doing everything, they really set up the whole idea that there's no noise out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, that whole scene. So that whole big explosion part, there's there's stuff happening, but you really aren't getting that full sound that you would get. And there are a lot of spots where they use the lack of sound for tension. Then as the film progresses, after they've set the tone and the idea that this is a big silent place, every time there's a scene where there's going to be some kind of tension built on the fact that there's silence, they keep drowning out the silence with this horrible fucking soundtrack.
I like the soundtrack.
Well, why was it even there, though? All it did was just distract from what's supposed to be the main thing about
well,
this film.
Here's the thing.
Being a space.
And I hope they come out with a director's cut of the film, because Karan wanted to do the film without a soundtrack. He wanted all of that stuff to be dead, like Kubrick, dead silent. That's what he wanted. Studios didn't want that. They felt that it would take away from the film. So he worked with them.
They felt that the audience they're aiming for, which is the audience needs to be told that life in space is impossible, would get bored if they didn't have constant stimulus attacking them throughout the entire film.
Right. So Karan actually did want to do what you're suggesting, but I think he kind of lost that battle because they're giving him like $150 million to make the movie.
So he made an inferior film. That's his problem.
Not
he knowingly he didn't want to do it, so he knowingly made an inferior film. He knowingly did what he thought was wrong. There's no excuse for that.
Well,
that's on him.
In my opinion,
he has proved my point.
I like the soundtrack. I thought, knowing that information, he made it work to the best of his ability. And in my opinion, I think your argument on that, I don't agree with it. I don't. But
it distracts.
I think it would be cool to have an alternate cut of the film in the exact vision that he wanted, where it's completely silent. Everything in space is just, there's no soundtrack. Exactly how he wanted it. I know he can do it. It's whether or not he'll release it in maybe some special edition.
You use music, and what they were trying to do with the music, you usually use music to build tension or build a feeling in the film. And in the film, it distracts from it because the silence is what's supposed to build the tension in this kind of setting. So he was right, and it's bad. So that's one reason why it sucks. Then
I don't agree.
Dream sequence.
But, all right.
Dream sequence. The dream sequence automatically negates this film as a good film. Sorry. Bullshit, cheaty, which I'm not going to get into detail because I'm not. It's kind of a spoiler, so I'm going to leave it at that and just say it's a cheesy, dumbass dream sequence, and that's the film just totally disregarding anything for the audience. That's it. There was no reason for that.
I don't know.
No,
I don't agree with that.
Now,
either.
Another thing I have, again, I mentioned that configuration and how that whole thing is about faith in God and everything, and religion and spirituality, but it's done right because it's out there in the open. They discuss it. It's part of the film. It's part of what it is. Don't make a film about faith in God and kind of hide it and make the subtle things about, well, we can't hear the people on the other end of the radio, so we have to keep talking and just assume they can hear us. We have to do that. You understand? Yeah, I get it. That's called prayer. Shut the fuck up already.
Oh God.
All right. And
really?
let's
really?
Yeah, that's what that is. That's what all that's about.
No, I understand where you're going. It's just like, come on. You got to let it go a little bit. You take it too seriously.
No, because it's a serious. When you make a film that's supposed to be serious, I'm allowed to take it to task for being implausibly serious or just wrong. It's too mamby-pamby under the radar there. Oh, see, it's kind of about faith and everything, and then the whole thing where she finds the radio and starts barking at a Chinese guy with his dogs. Okay, whatever.
And you know
that's
what?
Fine.
Listen, the only thing I can say. Yeah. I'm dying in space. I'm probably not going to live. This is probably going to go horribly wrong. What do you think's going to happen? You're going to start... Listen, if you ever find yourself out in space, on the brink of death, you may be barking at a radio in another countries where some Chinese guy is, with his dogs. You may be doing that. I am not going to hold that against anybody. I'm especially not going to criticize the film for it.
I will, because it's put in there for comic relief during a whole tense sequence.
Yeah,
trying to break up the mood, and comic relief about going crazy when you're dying. Isn't that funny? Especially when you have a film that's trying to take a very serious angle on stuff.
I didn't find it that funny, to be completely honest. I don't know why you did, but
it's obviously put there for people to laugh to break the tension.
And I'm saying I don't think it was intended for that at all.
Oh, really? So nobody laughed in the theater when she started barking?
No, not really.
Really?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Maybe it would have been like a half crooked smile, but no one openly laughed.
No. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know if you think I'm talking about gut belly laughing. I'm saying it's a humorous scene in nature to break the tone. It's obvious that's why they put it there. It doesn't. I don't think it works. I think it's stupid. Also, I think it's stupid that a film with this much of a budget has to rip off WALL-E near the end. I think that's stupid. And when and that they have to set it up all the way at the beginning that, oh, she had a fire extinguisher with her. Oh, good, because I wouldn't have believed it otherwise. We have to make sure she grabs that at some point. We can't just have it in there, right? No, it has to travel with her. It has to be pointed out so when we see it, we get an aha moment where we don't need one. And finally, you don't make a film so heavily wrapped up in science, slip the whole religion thing under there about God and praying and all this, and make it all, spiritual, and when you see her in heaven, you tell her that it's okay, blah, blah. You don't do all of that and then at the end recreate fucking evolution with your last scene. that just throws everything into a tailspin. You're courting both sides of the fence.
I didn't mind it. I didn't. I think this is really the wrong film to like try and break down as much as you are.
What?
I really do.
No, this is exactly the kind of film to break down because everything that's done in a film like this is intentional.
Well, yeah.
If your director's arguing for it not having the soundtrack, which is the right choice in the first place, every little thing in this film is intentional. The whole evolution thing at the end was definitely intentional because I went back and read the interviews and found where he had said it was.
Of course it was. I mean,
yeah, this is a film that's meant to be broken down. This wasn't made just for pure. This isn't Forrest Gump, which is just stupid. This is something that's trying to deliver a message, and it does so kind of like cutesy and convoluted, and I don't care for it.
Yeah, that's okay. That's your opinion.
No, it's your opinion.
It's my opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, if
it's your opinion that
opinion,
you didn't like the film, it's my opinion that I think you're wrong. It's everybody's opinion on everything they say. Don't use that as an argument when debating something. It's everybody's opinion. That's the point of it. Well, don't say that. I just said that. I said your opinion is that you didn't like it. My opinion is that you're wrong.
Don't use opinion. Period. It's not. That's a given. That's by just saying that. All you're doing is just try to discredit everything I said by saying that. You're just delusional. That's why I never say that. I never say that's your opinion because it's a half-assed statement. Don't do that. Just say I'm wrong. Don't tell me that's my opinion.
You're wrong, sir.
But you might as well say that we should agree to disagree.
We should agree to disagree.
You should blow me.
Name the time and place.
Baby, whenever you want.
Oh, yeah. All right.
No, it was a stupid fucking movie.
Nah,
great visual.
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And I took it for what it was worth. All right?
Definitely not worth the money.
Listen, I wasn't walking out of there saying, yeah, maybe I'll think about that God thing again. Maybe that's not how I took the film.
Again, not against bringing up religion in space.
And I know
against the way they did it. Because they did it really kind of underhanded. Almost like they were afraid to bring it up. It's like, let's make it a subtext. Let's talk about radio, people on other ends of radios and talking to them. Whenever you make a metaphor that involves prayer and radios, you're done. You're done. Unless it's Warren Zevon's Muhammad's radio. That's the only one that really counts. Everything else is shit. Stop it.
Okay.
Might as well just like being a Stephen King book at that point. He's got a good radio. They all got radio.
All of them.
Fucking yeah. It's no. Better not get any Academy any Oscars. It gets better be for visuals and shit.
Oh yeah.
If it gets screenplay, I'm pinching a fit. No, definitely not.
I think it'll be ironic if it gets best sound. Personally.
No, it won't, because there's too much damn sound in the film.
Huh?
Just don't forget, life in space is impossible.
It's impossible. And no one can hear you scream either. But that didn't stop them from using that tagline.
Right.
So.
Although I do like the title because it has a dual meaning.
Well, yeah, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, the gravity of the situation, gravity. At least it's better than if they just called it like floating or something stupid.
Floating. Space.
You know.
Just call it space.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been a lazy title. At least gravity has a dual meaning.
Emptiness.
Yeah, like Prometheus doesn't count because it's too heavy-handed of a title. So, Prometheus, flame, blah blah blah, gods. This is a nice. The best thing about this film is the title.
So says you.
Yeah, of course. I just heard me say it.
Yeah. Stop that. Stop it. You're goading me. You're goading me.
No, you're goading me. Stop saying things like that.
So says you. Anyway. All right. Let's end the show. You got us to the 1 hour mark. You son of a bitch. All right. This is episode 130 of Moviesucktastic. And you can go to our iTunes page and you can download all of our shows there. You can listen to them. You can put them on your favorite MP3 player. Anything you want to do, you can do it there. You can give us reviews. You can go to our website at Moviesucktastic.com. You can download all of our shows there. You can watch the show live through Livestream as well. You can go to Livestream and you can do it there. You can email us at themovieguys@Moviesucktastic.com. You can leave us voicemail at 908-514-4470. You can go to our Facebook at facebook.com/Moviesucktastic. You can go to our Tumblr at Moviesucktastic.tumblr.com.
The best thing of Gravity was? It was only an hour and a half long.
I did enjoy the fact that it wasn't this 2.5 hour epic.
Mm-hmm.
You for different reasons.
No, I'll give it kudos for that, for not stretching it out. That's.
No, it could have very well have been made into a 3 hour epic.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. All right. All right. Do you have any words of wisdom?
Woof woof. Woof woof woof.
Okay, good enough. We'll talk to you next week.
Woof.